can call the meeting to order.
Okay, we have a quorum. It is 11:02. So Mr. Moynihan's calling the meeting to order. Now we approve the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting? Any corrections or comments on the minutes? Okay, Chris is moving, Linda's seconding. I have no corrections. All in favor of approving the minutes? That's unanimous. Getting a bit of feedback here, Cheryl, but that's fine.
Okay.
We're not going into executive session. This is all not going into executive session?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna review and approve new benefits on the schedule attached for terminating and retiring employees. Do you want to go through them, Diane?
Sure. Okay, the first one is a new pension benefit for David Wittenberger. He actually left Public Works Department in 2017, and his normal retirement would have been in another 5 years, but he asked now to start early, which he can do because he has 30 years of service. So he is going for this early retirement starting here July 1, and his monthly annuity would be $2,477.48. So that's 70% of what he would get if he had waited till July 2025. The second one is a new benefit for a terminating Board of Ed employee, a teaching assistant who also had a vested benefit. So starting July 1, 2020, she will collect a monthly life annuity of $413.80. The third benefit is for Thomas Bruchalski, a Board of Ed custodian who is retiring here in mid-July. He will start his normal retirement pension August 1 of 2020 for $2,595.10. And the last one is a Board of Ed employee, Frederick Word, a custodian, who terminated November of 2019, and he also originally requested his vested termination benefit for November of 2033, but he since came back and asked to take the lump sum payment of his contributions plus interest to his termination date. So he will receive a lump sum of $19,431.89, and that'll be paid out here at the end of the month. And then obviously his annuity goes away. It's one or the other. So those are 4 benefits that the committee needs to approve.
Diane, are the first 2 July 1st commencement dates or commencement?
Correct.
So
correct.
We're approving these after the fact?
Well, they haven't been paid out yet. They get paid out in arrears, so they would be paid July 31st.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they're earning it. They just retired June 30th. They just left the school. Actually, no, these 2 were not school, Dave Wittenberger, but so no, they have not been paid yet.
But they get paid for the month of July when you return.
Right, kind of like a paycheck. You earn the benefit for the month.
Any questions about these 4? Chris, you're blocked. You're muted.
Sorry. When's the normal payment date for these? Is it always in the arrears on the last day, or?
Yes, that's the Vanguard policy. It's always the last business day of the month in arrears.
Okay.
So do we vote on these now, or do we?
Yes, a motion. I would like somebody to make a motion. If there's
Mr. Moynihan asks that a motion be made.
So moved.
Second? Linda, you want a second?
I think Mr. Labrie seconded.
Oh, okay. It's the other way around. All right. Second.
Okay.
Second.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. All in favor? Aye. Okay. That's approved. Item 4.
Great. I'll go down the list if you don't mind. Agenda item 4 is a report on new and deceased members, and this is really for information only. We had 2 participants passed away here in June. Both were surviving spouses, so they were receiving a benefit, a beneficiary benefit, and their payments will end in June, or they did end. The first one was Nancy DePanny, passed away June 4th. She was receiving $125.56 a month, and Dominic Quattrochi passed away June 16th. His monthly annuity was $187.08. So those benefits are terminating. No approval is needed.
Okay, thank you.
The 5th item is plan expenses. None were presented this month by any of our vendors. Item 6. So this is the one time of the year we reset the credited interest rate for the plan. And it is, this upcoming year will be 0.45%. It is based on the applicable federal midterm rate. And that's how the plan reads. This is the rate, so if somebody terminated for this year's compounding, that would be the rate. So every year, we, this committee establishes that credited interest rate for the plan.
Is that for payouts of someone who leaves before they're vested, they get, or?
Correct.
Does that also apply to the lump sum distribution in number 4 above?
That is correct.
They get interest from the time their money was on deposit, or I'm sorry, was credited?
Right, so if somebody, for example, if we go back to Frederick Word, he was here for 13 years. Every year we would look at the interest at that credited interest rate, and then that gets compounded every year at that rate.
That's not a very good deal, is it?
Which fluctuates. Well, it used to be much higher. I mean, for example, this past year it was it's a short-term rate too. You have to.
I know, but
We
that's what I'm saying. It's one thing for someone under 5 years of service and they're getting money back. On the other hand, this guy had 13 years and he's getting an interest rate of 0.45 for the 13 years.
No, he's not even going to get the 0.45 because he terminated in November of 2019. Okay, the plan reads it's only interest through their termination date.
So what does he earn since his termination date?
So the rate for 2019 was 2.87%.
So you apply the rate in effect each year.
Correct.
All right.
For yep. Actually, 2.87 was the rate for 2018. 2.08 was 2019. I mean, I could go back.
No, I know what the federal approved rate is. It changes every year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That's.
But on the case of work, so he terminated in 2019. So what has he been earning on that balance in the last 6 months?
Nothing, because the way the plan is written, the payout for a lump sum, if they want to take that, or if they had wanted to roll it over to an IRA or something, it's what they've contributed plus their interest that's been earned through their termination date. Most people make the election right when they terminate. He actually made the election when he left. He was going to wait and take the life annuity to start when he reached 65. But he contacted me and said, for financial reasons, he needs to take the lump sum.
And if he had waited till 2033 to take his annuity, would that balance continue to increase at the federal rate?
Well, he wouldn't, if he started collecting the annuity, he wouldn't have the option then to take the lump sum.
No. If he had stuck with his original plan, all right,
Yes.
His original plan was he was going to leave his money in the plan and he was going to start collecting it in 2033.
Right.
In 2033, would he have been with his annuity have been calculated based on what he had in the plan in 2033? And does that lump sum grow?
No, because his annuity is a defined benefit. It was established when he left based on his salary and his years of service. So he knows now what that amount is. That will not change. Similarly, if he told me, like a year before 2033, he wanted the lump sum, that lump sum is still $19,431, which would not be a good financial decision, obviously.
No, that would not, and nor would his waiting all the way to 33 to take an annuity, because then he's taking $20 in 2033. God knows what they'll be worth.
Well, so he only has 13 years to wait to collect.
Yeah, but if you have high inflation over the next 13 years, or even 2% inflation.
Sure,
Yeah.
but when you look at the fact that he only put in $17,000, and if his annuity, had he waited, was close to $1,600 per month. So even with inflation, and you look, it's a life annuity, and life expectancy is at least 20 years. He's better off waiting to take the monthly annuity. But he had a hardship, or he said he needed the cash and couldn't wait.
So the annuity was set for him in November of 19.
Right.
At whatever it was, $1,600.
Correct.
If he waited until 33 to collect, he's still getting $1,600.
Correct.
Okay. All right, I understand.
Okay.
Okay, so I move, Mr. Moynihan moves, we approve a federal, a credited interest rate of 0.45 for the fiscal year, July 1, this fiscal year,
Right. Through next June, 2021.
for the fiscal year 2020, 21.
Once. Right.
21, effective July 1, 2020.
Right.
As you're going to put it in the minutes.
Correct.
All in favor? So I need a second.
I'll
Who's
second.
Okay.
Okay.
All in favor. Okay. All right. Final report is on the market value. Wow. Back up to 150 million.
Correct. The exact amount, 149,995,669.63 cents. That was Friday's close. Just because I prepared this yesterday. And that's all there is.
We have nothing to do with the inflation adjustments. That's the Board of Finance's responsibility if they ever were going to do a inflation adjustment of benefits.
Correct. That is because it affects the value of the plan. If the Board of Finance were to decide to offer a COLA, cost of living increase, and usually it's not done for people that have terminated. It's for people that are already collecting a pension.
Right. But Chris, do you ever hear anything about this?
Well, I know we've discussed it from time to time, but there's nothing on the horizon that we're going to discuss anytime soon.
Right. Okay. All right. With that, I'll motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Goodbye.
Okay,
All right.
11:15.
Nice
Thank
official
you.
meeting.